Subboys, Ruideo here, finally, with a Battleground tier list. Now, I've been playing a lot of BGs lately, and I'll be basing that on that experience and on Blitz as well, so it's gonna be for both random BGs, Blitz, not so epic BGs, but I will take into account the ladder as well, and the previous ladders, past few in the War Within, because some specs were insane, even though they were weak, and some specs were bad even though they were strong last season, right? So something's changed, so take everything into account, and the buffs coming next week as well, right? So let's start with the red. I mean, it's kind of always gonna be S tier. It's just insane. It's insane. It's good in team fights, but it's so like it's almost impossible to 1v1 in cap bases. You need to send at least 2 people. It's just super strong overall, and especially this season it's even stronger than the last. Not much to say here because it's a special Blizzard's favorite. Okay, now we have Fury. Fury pumps good damage, but once again, guys, mobility, especially in battlegrounds. You can't move. You won't be getting dispelled much by the healers in the battlegrounds, so you will be even slower than, for example, in arena, which is terrible. But it pumps, so it's gonna get B tier. Okay. It's very good in teamfights. It's pretty weak. You can't really solo cap. You can brawl pretty well, yeah. But other than that, you know, it's kind of mid. Damage-wise, great. But so many CC in BGs, right? You're gonna be perma-slowed if the enemies know what they're doing, and yeah. Windwalker. Windwalker is like Fury, but worse usually. But this season it's actually better, because it has insane burst, and it's more mobile than Fury, and it has sick AoE stun, so it's very good, and it's better 1v1. Okay, it's actually pretty good 1v1. It's gonna be B tier, definitely. Enhancement Shaman, insane this season, super strong, insane dueling capabilities, even 2v1. But in BGs, it's not the best spec. It's definitely better than usual, but it's gonna be high B tier. And I'm gonna expect they're gonna nerf it even more, and then it could drop. Because we'll have some, you will see. I mean, it's super good spec, but for Battleground, it's mid. Okay, it's good, but it's not great. Now, the bane of the Battlegrounds. The best carry spec. The best carry spec. The most impactful spec in the game. Forever and ever. Okay? You can 1v1 anything. You can steal every single base. You can literally sap, cap. If they trinket that, you can kidney them for one shot, then boom, deleted. Bye-bye. You know? It's a menace. It's unplayable against. It doesn't matter which map. You can one-shot the flag carrier. You can steal the cards easy. You can, you know, any map, it's a god. So I'm just gonna tell you, I think we can all agree that Sub Rogue was trash last season, right? It was trash last season. Who was number 1 on the ladder in Battlegrounds? A Sub Rogue. What about this season? This season, Sub Rogue is godlike. So, I mean, you know, it's a category of its own, okay? It's a category of its own. Now, Frost DK. Frost DK is not looking that great right now. It's getting buffed. But Frost DK is better than these guys in BGs. He has really strong team fight. really, really strong team fight. It can carry a team fight. Okay? Solo, it's not great. But team fighting, insane pump. It's really good. And now with the buffs, I think it's gonna be very juicy. Again, you have mobility issues, you don't have healing reduction, you know there's a lot of issues that can't put it in A tier because the burst is not that outrageous yet. We'll see, maybe it will be. But if it was, I could see this going into A tier. But you know. So now, Outlaw. Outlaw is one of the hardest to rate because it's really bad, but it's also really insane in hands of a good player. Okay? So I'm gonna, like, if you rank 1, this is like an S tier pretty much, or A tier. But I think for the average player myself, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Even though it has good, maybe, I might be underrating this. I think it's a B tier, honestly. I'm gonna put it in B tier. You know, grappling hooks are insane on fly carry maps. It's really good. Like, Outlaw is really good. It's a rogue. It's actually pretty good in a duel. Okay, you can outduel these guys 100% if you play your cards right. Maybe not Enhancement Shaman, you can't. But these 3 you could. These 2 you won't, obviously, either. But, you know, it's just a hard spec. Okay, but in BGs, it's definitely good. Okay, Assassination is even better. And it could be A tier. But the damage currently is really bad. Okay, the damage currently is really bad. In the future, I can definitely see this going into A tier. I played a lot of Assassination actually in Blitz. And what differs Assassination, and for example, in few previous seasons, I would even put it in S tier, but now it's really weak. So it's a rogue. It's a really strong 1v1. So it has all the benefits of a sub-rogue, except that it's not that crazy, right? But it has really good team fight, right? It has really good team fight because of Garrote, spreading dots, rupturing everyone. It has really good team fight compared to these 2. Sub-rogue is, you know, insane, but so it's gonna be good, but it's like has way better team fight than the Outlaw. So Assassination is very good, and in the future it will be even, you know, higher. But now it's really weak, so it's gonna stay B tier. Okay. Unholy, same as Frost, but it does have mortal wounds. It does have better dueling power. It does have better sustain. It has insane burst as well, same as Frost. Now the Frost has only advantage of the big stun, but Unholy is super oppressive. Unholy is super oppressive. I think we all know it. It's easy A tier. Easy A tier. Okay. Havoc Demon Hunter. It's like Felscard is pretty damn good in BGs. Okay, it's pretty damn good. It's not on these guys' level, but it's pretty damn good. So I'm gonna be like, it's really good. It's really mobile. It's has AoE healing reduction. It's just good. It's just good. Could we say it's A tier? I don't think so. It has weaknesses. Defenses are really weak. Except if we count its mobility defenses, but it just depends what you play against. But like, this is looking bad right now because melees are worse than ranged in BGs, especially. Like in BGs, melees are definitely worse than ranged. Hello Kitty. So I've been having a dilemma about this one. I think like it's B tier right now, but it's getting buffed decently. And usually Feral is super good in BGs. It's super good. It's like a rogue, like these guys, but better. It's not as good as sub, but you know, it's in between these guys, okay? Druid has insane toolkit for BGs. It's just perfect. It's literally made for dueling in BGs. It's very good. It's very good, okay? It's definitely A tier. Just once again, it's a really hard spec. It's really hard spec, and so I could see it, you know, for some people maybe it's gonna be B tier, but it's an A tier spec 100%, okay? Now, Arms Warrior is pretty weak right now. It's really weak, and it's somewhere between a C and B tier, okay? I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's really good in killing flags and stuff like that because of a big Mortal Strike wound, right? It's really good. So I'm like that's the biggest. Like, it's very oppressive for healers. Other than that, it's a garbage spec. Like, that's its only use pretty much. Okay. It's worse than Fury, but that big Mortal Strike is really useful in BGs. And look, the problem with Warriors is if you don't have healer with you, you're as good as dead. Okay, you're as good as dead. Really good brawling, but outside of that, garbage. Okay. Survival. It got nerfed. It got nerfed recently, and it's not as good as it was. It doesn't one shot anymore, pretty much. So I will actually rate it pretty low. I think it was way better last seasons before the rework. Now it just doesn't feel like it's that good, you know? I think you're better off playing other hunter specs, okay? And I think it's probably the worst melee out of all. So I'm gonna rate it here. Like, it's good in dueling, but outside of that, it's pretty bad. It's good because it has camo, it has trap, stuff like that. But in the team fights, I think it's the worst melee in the game, so that's why I'm gonna put it in C tier. It could be B tier, but I think it's the worst melee, so that's why I'm gonna put it in C tier, okay? The Station Evoker is very, very good. It's really good. By the way, melee to the left, range to the right, and then healers and tanks, okay? The station is really good. Insane cleave. Really good team fight. And really good against melees in 1v1. Now against range, it's gonna get smoked 1v1. And yeah, it's definitely A tier. You know, could we say it's S tier? I wouldn't say so, because there are better range classes, but this is one of the best for sure, okay? BM is a pet class. Pet classes are really bad in BGs, okay? So I'm gonna rate it C as well. I think it's probably the worst range spec in the game, in Battlegrounds. Yeah. Again, same as Survival. It has good toolkit, trap, stuff like that for capping. It's solid dueling, but it's gonna lose to most. But it's the worst range class, okay? That's why I'm gonna put it in C tier. It could be B tier, right? But we have to have the worst one, and these two are the worst in their own bracket, right? So it's gonna be C tier. Pets are annoying in BGs. They can bug out. That's an issue depending on the map, on the terrain, right? How the ground is set up. It's, you know, it's annoying. So it's definitely the worst range class. Even though now it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Affliction. Affliction is very good in BGs actually, but it's very hard. The hardest caster to play. Okay? It's very hard. I mean, it's easy to just dot up everyone and, you know, call it a day, but to play it properly, it's insanely hard and it takes a lot of work. And I'm gonna rate it A tier, definitely. It's super strong. It's getting buffed now by a big amount. And, you know, it's definitely A tier. Same like Feral. It's hard. It's very hard to perform with it. It takes a lot of work. So it might feel weaker than it actually is to most players. But trust me, it's A tier. It's an insane spec. It's really good. And now with the buffs, it's even gonna be better. If you want to check last season, I think we can all agree Affliction sucked. Who's the number one on NA ladder? It was Affliction and then Subrogue. So Affliction is definitely A tier. Now, especially with the rework, I'm gonna call it A tier. Okay, Arcane Mage. Now this is, again, tough one to rate because I love Arcane Mage, but why would you go Arcane if the other two specs are better? You know? So Arcane is gonna be B tier. It's good, but it's not this good, and it's not better than the other mage specs, okay? And it has one school of cast. It's a big problem in BGs if you get silence kicked, so it's definitely a B tier. Now Shadow Priest has pretty good pressure in BGs. Multi-dots easily, especially now with the tentacles. Shadow Ward is really strong right now, so you'll be topping the charts very easily with Shadow Priest. Has a nice utility, beautiful AoE fear. It's very good in BGs. In team fights, it's good in 1v1 as well. It's very good in 1v1. So, yeah. Frost Mage. There we go. There we go. We found our first S tier caster. No doubt. It's insane. It's insane. Now, guys, I'm a little bit conservative with S tiers. As you can see, I'm putting more stuff in because I believe A and B are strong balanced and solid balanced, right? So these should be here. These are outliners, right? That need buff or nerf. So I'm being very conservative with S tiers and with C or D tiers, okay? Frost Mage, really good. Really good. If you're playing enemy melee, you hate these guys. They're oppressive, they are ice. Yeah, all mages have ice ball, but it's just Ray of Frost. It's insane. It's unplayable against as a melee. As most casters, you can easily deal with them actually, or a hunter, but it's a giga counter to enemy melee pretty much. And it pumps. It pumps. It actually pumps. So it's definitely S tier. Elemental Shaman. I'm gonna put it in B tier, but I think I'm gonna put it in highest B tier. Okay, it's gonna be highest B tier. Now, it's getting juicy buffs next week. It could be A tier, but I'm gonna leave it in B tier. Okay, it could be A tier, so I might be wrong, but it's pretty solid in BGs. Okay, especially because you're gonna multi-dot with AoE Flame Shock. Healers won't be dispelling everyone. You'll be getting a lot of Lava Burst, Lava Surge procs. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really like it. It's tanky. It's pretty good in 1v1 as well. It's a really good spec, but it doesn't have a crazy team fight like these guys. These guys have insane team fights, right? Like, they need to be shut down. Shaman is like the caster you won't be focusing pretty much, right? These guys you need to focus or they'll, you know, blow up the teams. Okay, so that's the difference. Demon is usually the worst caster in BGs, because it's a pet class like a BM, right? So usually I would put it in C tier. Now I'm gonna put it in B tier because Demon is so good. Demon is so good. It's super tanky. It's a tank. Okay, it's a tank. It's a tank, and the only issue, like, if it was not a pet class, I would put it in A tier, okay? But it's a tank. Yeah. Pet can bug out, right? It's annoying. And, you know, you can't run. Like, if someone is escaping, you know, it's just gonna run away. Marksman. Marksman is insane in BGs. Marksman is insane in BGs. It does really good burst. It does really good cleave. It has all the benefits, trap, camo, like these guys. It's very good in 1v1, except some classes that's gonna destroy it, like Ret or Sub-Rogue, or, you know. But it's really good. And I'm gonna put it definitely in S tier. It's getting big nerf to Aspect of the Hydra, which will hurt its team fight a lot. But like, Marksman was made for BGs, okay? It was made for BGs, highest range. You're just very good. Just very good. Devourer. Devourer is actually pretty damn good. It's very good. It just takes time to ramp up. Like at the start of the team fight, it's weak. But once we get to the meta, it starts blasting, okay? So that's the only, I could put it, I am not gonna put it, but that's the big weakness it has, that ramp up, because, you know, some team fights might end sooner than he gets into the burst, and they might start, you know, your team's gonna bloodlust, you're like, hey guys, I'm not ready, you know. So it's pretty good spec, but unfortunately it has bad Apex talent, and very mobile, very hard to catch in BGs. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Fire Mage. Fire Mage is actually very good in BGs. Very good. Insane burst. Has all benefits like all of the other mages, but it's not as good as the Frost Mage. It doesn't have the perma-slow, right? It's not as oppressive to melees like the Frost Mage, but it's really good. It's second best, and definitely very strong. Very good damage. Boomy, I mean, do we have to say much? Always S tier, always, like the red, always S tier, always best team fight, always top damage. It's the king of BGs, if you don't count Rogue, but of the team fights, insane. Even 1v1, like, I could even put this in SS tier because this is always on the top. Boomy is always good, no matter the season, no matter the expansion, it's always S tier, okay? But Sub-Rogue is just overperforming right now, so that's gonna be tier of its own. But yeah, Boomy is definitely the best ranged class in the game, okay? Destrolock. Destrolock. Like, Destrolock could be S tier, but I think these guys are a little bit better right now, okay? It's very close to getting S tier. Like if you had A+, definitely to be A+, or S-, you know. But I'm trying to be conservative with the S tier, and it's almost there. It's very strong. But the problem is you're always gonna be like, hey, there's a Destro, boom, let's tunnel him, right? So it's pretty hard to play in BGs if the enemy team is aware. If they're not, it's pretty much a joke. You're just gonna blast everything, right? So I mean, I could put it there. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. It is S tier. It's really good. It's really good. Augmentation. I've seen it maybe once. Check the ladder as well. There is one augmentation in top 1k. So it's pretty much the worst spec. It's only played by one tricks. So if you're not one trick, it's D tier. If you're one trick, then this doesn't matter, right? The tier list doesn't matter. You're a one trick augmentation. You're the best augmentation there is. So augmentation is gonna be D tier for everyone else. Now we are at the healers. Resto Druid is the worst healer in BGs, and that's why it's gonna be C tier. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It just can't heal up people. Like if you have Resto Druid, you will die in a team fight. It doesn't heal enough. It just doesn't heal enough. Okay. Holy Priest is pretty good, and I will rate it A tier. It's pretty damn good. Has very good heals. The only problem is it got a little bit overpruned, but the heals are pretty big. Like, you can feel the heals compared to the rest of the Druid, okay? You can feel them. And I think Priest is just always good in BGs. It's always top 3 healers in BGs, okay? It's always. Actually, top 4. I forgot one. Plus Evoker, even though it's weak this season, it's definitely S tier. It's really strong. It's really good. Its toolkit was pretty much made for BGs. It's really mobile. It's almost impossible to catch if you want to kill it. So it's definitely S tier. Now that it seems like I have too much classes in S tier. I might put Destrolok tier down. I'm gonna put it tier down. Because I think, like, Boom is definitely better. Marksman is better right now. And Frost Mage is just insane class right now. It needs to get nerfed. Once it gets nerfed, we could swap places, okay? Once it gets nerfed. Okay, Press Walker done. Now, Mistweaver, the best healer right now, was also the best healer since Blitz came out in Blitz. Even though Mistweaver was trash, right, last season, it was still the best healer. So, just gonna say, same as the Rogue, boom. It was the best healer while it was garbage, and now it's overpowered. So, it's a tier of its own, right? It's just insane. It's like Press Evoker, but heals more. Insanely mobile, impossible to catch. If it takes a flag, it can port up, down, you know. It's just... It's a menace. It's a menace, and there we go. Holy Paladin. One of my... Like... In Arena, amazing, amazing. But in BGs, it's not as good. It's not as good. Toolkit wasn't made for BGs. Yeah, you have like Aura Mastery, but most of it are targeted for one person. All of it is defensives, right? And I think it's gonna be a B tier, guys. It's worse than a Priest. It's definitely not. It's very immobile compared to these guys. It doesn't heal as... Like, it heals good. Searing Glare is very good in teamfights. But, you know, having those big cooldowns on pops, spell bubbles, bubble, you know, you're gonna use it once or twice in BGs, which is a big problem for Holy Paladin. I think it's good, but it's not on the Priest level. Now, Resto Shaman. I am having a dilemma on this one. I want to put it in B tier, but the stats want it in C tier, okay? I'm gonna put it in B tier. Stats don't lie though. It's performing bad. But I'm doing this based now on feeling. I'm telling you, it could be C tier, but I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think Holy Shaman is better than the rest of Druid. I personally like it more than the Holy Paladin in BGs. Because its toolkit is way better, it's way more mobile. Problem is defensives are pretty weak. Spirit Link is easily killed as well. But the healing output is pretty nice. And the mana is pretty nice. So I'm gonna leave it in B tier. I like Shaman. Disc Priest is, I think, always third best healer in BGs, without exception. And it's a menace. It's a menace. Discipline Priest is always super good in BGs. And it can kill you 1v1 easily. If you find this guy, just run away. This disc is super good. Disc is super good. Now the tanks. Protection Warrior is pretty good in team fights. Challenge Shout is pretty oppressive in team fight. But I think it's one of the worst in solo spinning the bases because it's kind of the least sustain. Okay, so we'll put it in C tier. Now, Blood Decay, always good, always good, almost pretty much impossible to kill, pretty much impossible to kill. Insane self-sustain, can, you know, spin the flag forever pretty much. Good toolkit as well for team fights, chain, you know, it's good, it's good. Vengeance Demon Hunter is probably the worst tank in the game. It just, like, its toolkit just wasn't made for it. Its toolkit was made for Mythic Plus Dungeons, yeah, you know. It can spin, it can survive for a while, but it does 0 damage. Like Warrior does way more. The team fight is worse. Yeah, the sigils, you have silence, chain, stuff like that. It's pretty good, but it's, you know, pretty long cooldown. And definitely the worst tank. Yeah, it's more mobile, but it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. It's the worst tank in the game. Now, Brewmaster is actually pretty damn good. It's like a better version of Vengeance. It's very mobile. It's very tanky, but it's hard to play. This is the hardest tank to play. It's really good, and it really does good damage, and it's pretty much impossible to brawl with. Okay. The Protection Paladin is unkillable. Could maybe do it even like this, because Brewmaster right now is a little bit better than Blood Decay. Protection Paladin burst is insane, actually. It's unkillable. It can 1v1 you easily. If he's sitting the base and you're coming as a DPS, he's gonna destroy you. He's gonna literally one-shot you, and you can't kill him. He has bubble, he has spell bubble, bob, 2 Valkyries, right? Immunities. You can't do anything against him. But again, he's a tank, so he's not, you know, need these guys. Like in teamfight, he's not gonna be that good, right? But on the base, very good, very good. Mobility, not so great on the flag, so that's why I'm gonna leave it in B tier. Now, Druid, perfect toolkit for BGs, right? Perfect toolkit for BGs. Now, still super oppressive, still super strong, and that's why it's gonna be S tier. Usually I wouldn't put the tank in S tier, but I think it still deserved S tier, and it's still super strong. The toolkit literally is made for BGs. You can easily carry the flag, jump, self-sustain is insane. Like, you have good CC, you have Typhoon even. Like, you can do whatever you want. Like, it's really the best tank there is. It's really the best tank there is. And if you look at the stat, guys, there's a lot of Guardians in top 1k. A lot of them. I would say even more than Arms Warriors. So, I mean, that's saying a lot, right? That's saying a lot. Okay, guys. This is the Battleground tier list. I think it's looking pretty good. I've been a little conservative with the S tier per usual. So we could say some things could be S tier, like Dashrlock. We could say some things could be B tier, but I want to choose the worst ones and put them tier below. Okay. So that'll be it. If you enjoyed, drop the like. If you haven't subscribed, do it. And I will see you in the next one. We are starting with the guides. Okay, peace out.